Data management planning is an essential part of practicing good research data management, which is so integral to doing research today. A data management plan, known as a DMP, is a written document which, as its name suggests, describes and outlines the following: how data will be acquired or generated during the course of a research project, how data will be managed, described, analyzed, and stored, how data will be preserved and possibly destroyed during and after the completion of the project, and how data will be shared. DMPs are not static documents. They evolve with the research project and are amended and developed as it progresses. Increasingly, funding bodies mandate the submission of a DMP, and UWC's new research data management policy stipulates that all UWC researchers are required to submit a DMP in the course of their research. DMPs have become the norm in the research world. Journals such as Nature and PLOS1 encourage researchers to use DMPs and make them available along with the data supporting their manuscripts. Ultimately, though, it is the researcher who will benefit the most from a data management plan, as a DMP helps to achieve the benefits that come with managing and sharing data. Having a DMP helps a researcher to formalize their process, identify weaknesses in their research plan, as well as provide a record of intention. Importantly, a DMP should be used for all research projects, whether the data are quantitative or qualitative in nature or the data sets are large or small. A DMP is a document that covers everything about your research data that an outsider could find useful. Of course, this means that some research projects will need more involved DMPs than others. Data management is best addressed in the early stages of a research project, but it is never too late to develop a DMP. Elements in a DMP are various and include broad descriptions as well as very technical details. UWC has developed a useful DMP template. Some recommended elements include administrative information, including details about the project, the researchers, and relevant funding and grant details. Information about the data, including how data will be collected, the sizes and formats of the files, and any relevant software and operating systems used. Relevant documentation information, including legislation and policy compliance. These would include the South African Protection of Information Act and any institutional or funding policies. Here, one would also include information about the metadata standards used and any MOU generated for the project. Ethical compliance and approval, including intellectual property, copyright, and confidentiality. Storage and backup information detailing how and where data will be stored. Data sharing information, and preservation and retention of data. DMPs are text documents. The first draft of the DMP should be part of the project proposal. Successive versions of DMPs should be saved in UWC's institutional repository, Kikapu, in the same project folder as your research data. The template can be downloaded as a spreadsheet or a PDF from the links below. Each research project is different and will require varying amounts of detail. Feel free to contact support at the library should you wish to discuss your DMP.